Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another video. Today we are fishing for one of the arguably dumbest fish in the ocean and arguably one of the smartest fish in the ocean. This is going to be one heck of a video. I'm on my Ranger 2600. I got my boy Tyler, better known as Sun's Out Fishing, on the boat with me, and I got cameraman Dan behind the lens. We're going to head offshore, but the very first thing we got to do is we got to catch some bait. I hope you guys are ready for a really fun 48 hours. First stop of the day, we're loading up on some bait. So what I have here is a little chicken rig, some small BKK hooks, and I'm just tipping that with a piece of shrimp. We're taking this, dropping it to the bottom, in just this general area, sandy bottom, but there's a lot of bait here.
Good one.
And there we go. That is a croaker. Now there's a bunch of different species of croakers. These are what are known as hardheads. Work very well for tons of different fish. Most people know them as snook baits, but in this video we're gonna break them offshore and see if a big old snapper wants to eat them. Yeah, we're not like whacking them right now, but picking them.
Just a brawler. Nice. I reeled him up slow.
Yeah. Oh. Yep. So this is a different species, unregulated, so we can use it as bait, and they're very plentiful out here. This is a sand trout. Now, it looks like a sea trout, but it's actually the cousin of them. They don't get very big, but they work as bait. I don't remember what this is called, but I'm gonna release it.
Been loading up the well now. Probably got 2.5, 3 dozen really nice baits, but we just caught a brand new species. Check this guy out. This is called a pigfish. I'm trying to rack my brain. I'm not sure if I've ever fished with one of these, but Ryan just mentioned they are an amazing snook bait. I think we're gonna use them for something else on this trip. I don't think we're doing any snook fishing, but you could just hear them grunting like that. That just drives fish absolutely insane. So we'll put them in the well. We got a nice plethora of different species now, so.
We got our first 2-piece McNugget. We got a nice combo of a sand trout and a hardhead croaker. Filling up this well fast, but this Ranger well is really big, and I love that it's so big because we can keep a ton of bait alive in it. Some of these guys are swimming upside down. You see these shots right now playing on the screen. We're in 40 feet of water, so you bring these croakers up, you bring these sand trout up, and they're suffering from what's called barotrauma. They might live, they might die. I'll use them dead if they don't, but even if they're like swimming upside down like that, I'm gonna keep them in the live well because I do wanna have the option to fish live bait. All right, check it out. Another species that will work perfectly for bait offshore. This is a big old whiting. I would love this as a snook bait, but I also love it as an offshore bait on the bottom. Big grouper, big snapper will absolutely chomp this. I'm gonna be a little scared dropping that to the bottom. Or not. Or I guess he's going back in the water.
With the Ranger's live well full of bait fish and blue crabs, the boys and I headed off to a spot that holds a very crafty species. One that I haven't caught a whole lot of, but man, I was fired up to give it a shot.
Did you see any kudos or anything? We just ran over a bunch of fish and look at the marks. Okay, so we just pulled up to a spot where I've been before, and this place has been absolutely covered up in beautiful permit. Permit are probably one of the more, I don't know, crafty fish out there. They're pretty difficult to catch. Not that many people catch them, but if people catch them, you knew they were using one bait. They're using a live crab. This is a little live blue crab. Now I'm gonna hook him, this BKK circle hook, and I just kind of hook him through the corner of the shell. This is so it's a very natural presentation. So as I work this hook through real slowly so I don't make a big hole, I just want him to be able to swim normally and just kick around like that. So that's why that's preferred. Doesn't hide the hook very well, but honestly, I think it just, the hook kind kind of just looks like legs of the crab. Part of it, well, I think that would make more sense.
This area is home to a bunch of different species, and we weren't able to actually put eyes on permit like I'd like to in this fishery. And unfortunately, we only had about 30 minutes to attempt this because a giant thunderstorm started rolling in and there was plenty of lightning, so we had to run offshore to plan B.
Little update for you guys. We wanted to catch a permit. However, we had that giant storm just roll up on us, so we just ran, tried to get away from it a little bit. Basically, looks like we're in the clear now, but change of plans based on this new location. We are now going to be doing some snapper fishing. Tomorrow opens up red snapper season out here, but we are doing a little bit of scouting right now. Just call this a little scouting mission. We're gonna make sure our spots are ready to go for when we can keep these fish. But let's catch and release just a couple, or at least see if we can. All these baits looking real nice. Now, yeah, guy. Whoa! Beautiful. So all those baits that we caught inside, I'm gonna hook him through the nose. Bam. Got a BKK heavy inline circle, size 6.0, and drop that down at the bottom. Very basic bottom rig and not that long of a leader. So, 4 ounces of lead, and it just allows that to slide. I have a little loop knot on there to loop in my weight so I can change my weight size at any time. So I got it spot locked with the trolling motor right now. We're over a couple spots that I have marked from fishing here over the years, but basically I'll bump from spot to spot. There's a lot of area that'll hold these fish and they can move around a lot. So if you don't get bit pretty quickly, or if I don't get bit pretty quickly, I'm gonna move us around and see if I can find some active fish. Oh, it's a red grouper! Dude! Look at that thing! That might be a legal one too. Pulling up to a different spot. Like I said, today we're kind of scouting. We're kind of trying different areas, trying to find some good spots for tomorrow when we can actually keep red snapper. The last drift, actually, or the last spot, Tyler caught a keeper red grouper, which is probably one of the best things you could catch all day today, being that red snapper are out of season. So that was good. We just got the red grouper in the box. Now let's see if we can find what we came out here to find. So I'm getting some good marks, but the fish are acting weird and they're not reacting to the live bait. So maybe I can get them fired up. I got some dead sardines. Just chop the tail off to get some scent going and make it spin a little bit less. Hook it, same rig as the live bait. Let's see if we can get some stuff. Let's see if we can get some stuff fired up down there. Got him on. Not the biggest fish in the world. We got something. Nope. We got us a juvenile red snapper. So that is the target species for this video. Obviously, like I said, today we're doing pre-fishing. They are out of season still today, and this wouldn't even be one that we would keep. But that's what's down there. That's what we're looking for. So we're actually doing exactly what we came here to do. Scouting it out, getting an idea where they're gonna be tomorrow. Cool little guy. They definitely fight hard for their size. I'm gonna get him unhooked, get him vented, and put him back down. No. Tyler keeps hooking the monsters on the live bait. I get impatient, fish the dead bait, but I think this is catching the smaller class of fish. Or hooking the smaller class of fish. It's cute. There she is. Very, very pretty fish, man. Very pretty fish. They are delicious too. There's so many of them out here, but it's very interesting how Noah likes to protect them. There's not only a couple days a year that we can keep them. Tomorrow and the next day. Kind of interesting day. Wanted to get those permit early, didn't see any at the wreck, and we got chased off by a thunderstorm. Came out here and we've been getting chased around by thunderstorms all day. Found a couple pockets of red snapper out here. It's so funny that when you want to catch a fish, it becomes infinitely harder. If I was out here on a normal day, there'd be hundreds of them and couldn't get away from them. If I'm trying to catch a mangrove, I won't be able to catch anything but a red snapper. So kind of funny, but we have an idea of where these fish are at. Tyler broke off a couple really big ones this afternoon. And we're gonna head in a little bit early, not fish until sunset or anything, because we have to be up mega early tomorrow morning to get an early start, be one of the first boats out here to this area. So I'm gonna have Dan, the cameraman, put this cam away, and we're gonna head back to the ramp. Good morning. It is bright and early. Actually, not very bright. Dark and early, if you will. We are headed out. The boat ramp was a little chaotic. Everyone is gearing up, getting ready to go, get out here and try and catch a bunch of big red snapper. And we are right here at the front of the pack, idling out the inlet here. And it should be exciting. It's a lot calmer. It was getting a little bumpy with all the thunderstorms around us yesterday, so I'm glad that we made it past the hardest part of the day, which was just getting past all the crazies at the ramp. And now we get to go try and catch some of those crazy freaking red snapper. Let's get out there. Dropping down this jig real quick. Got some decent marks on the bottom. There it is.
Yeah?
Fish on the jig.
Heck yeah.
Feels like a jack or something.
Well, I think.
Runner. Runner. Goliath bait.
Ooh, I'm back.
Well, we made it through the craziness, through a 20-something mile run in the dark, made it out here. We are on the snapper grounds. Ranger rode pretty comfortably in, not perfect conditions, and we're chilling now. We're spot locked on a nice little spot that we hooked some nice fish at yesterday, and I caught a couple small ones, but there is so much area here to catch these red snapper, and there's a lot of red snapper around. We just gotta key in on exactly where the fish are, because there's no fences in the ocean. They do move around. Every spot that, you could go to a spot a couple months ago and it was loaded, and now it's absolutely barren. So we'll try and key in on these fish, and really the goal is, man, just get a couple nice ones in the box. Making a lot of little micro moves just up and down. We basically have this hard bottom out here. This is kind of like a ledge, and you can fish spots, right? Oh, I've caught fish here before, but there's just a lot of area that these fish can be at. So I'm constantly looking for spots that I didn't have before. Just, oh, that looks like kind of decent. I'm looking on my Garmin, looking on different apps and stuff. Oh, there's more relief here. Let me go over there, and I run over it, mark it. Oh, look, there's fish here, and see what we can find. I found something here that definitely has a lot of activity, a lot of bait and stuff, so I know that there's definitely going to be other fish around. Dropping a bait down Think we're gonna get bit here pretty quickly. Real! Oh my god. Did you feel something? Oh.
Bro, I was above strike.
Yeah, I believe it.
What the? Bro, I can't even pull that drag.
It was pulling it.
What the heck was that, bro?
Hey.
Yeah, there we go.
So,
Same thing. Is that even a red snapper?
I don't know. Be AJ's. I don't know what that is. Dropping my bait back to the bottom. Now it's running. It's on top.
Cobra?
That was so weird.
You need me to spot lock?
Sure. I might have hit it already.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know what sort of critter this is.
I think it's whatever I had too, because I was trying to, it was hunting like that.
Dude, that's wild. It's the shark. Doesn't feel like a shark though.
You got the net ready, just if you need it. Agents maybe is a good guess.
Yeah, so literally unspot locked us to move a little bit, dropped down, and Tyler and I both hooked up big time. Tyler's got him in the bottom. Mine kind of ran for the surface. This is fighting so weird. I don't know what this is. Dude, what? Giant AJ. Oh, giant king, dude. Get a gaff. It's giant, dude. It's really big. Circle hook, 50-pound fluoro. Not a good combo with the giant king. All right, Tyler. Hang on. It'll definitely be the next one. Anywhere that you can stick him. I'm gonna try and swing him towards you. In the boat. Big one. Oh my god. That thing is giant. Wow. On the freaking snapper rig. Oh my gosh. That's a giant king.
That's probably my best gap shot of all time.
Yeah, it was nice. With the circle hook, BKK circle hook, fell out right there. 50-pound fluoro.
Bro, I'm telling you, I think I had a king too. The way, I don't know, maybe not,
But you got broke off in the bottom.
maybe, I don't know, it might be cut. I mean, it kind of just started surging. It was running so hard. That's a freaking unit.
That's an animal.
How many pounds?
25, 30, 30.
It's gotta be like.
Wow. Didn't even clip the mono, or clip the fluoro. 50-pound fluoro made it through. That BKK inline heavy circle in a 6.0 did the job. That's crazy. Thing smoked the live croaker. Oh man, that's a hefty kingfish. Big one, man, on the freaking live croaker. This is probably the biggest kingfish we've ever caught on this Ranger 2600. but really, really cool. Look at those sharp, razor sharp teeth, man. That's why they cut you off. That's why they cut mono leader and you fish wire for them normally. We honestly just got super lucky, man. Very, very lucky that he didn't cut us off and that circle hook got him, but pretty cool, man. Choking a live bait, fought really hard, and stoked to get this guy in the boat. These guys are really good smoked. You can eat them too, cooked. A bunch of different recipes you can do for them. They're a lot of people turn their nose up at them, but if you prepare them right, they are delicious, man. So whenever I'm out here, I'm always looking at my electronics, right? I'm checking my sonar, seeing what I'm marking on the bottom. I'm also checking the GPS, looking at different relief on the garment unit. But you don't get complete detail when you're looking at that screen. The Navionics app is actually really awesome for this because you can see a bunch of different relief lines, but I can't just have my phone lit up all day or my battery's gonna drain. What's been awesome though is we had this Scanstrut phone mount mounted onto the boat. Now it's a charging mount wirelessly, so my phone can go in and out no problem. And I can just have the Navionics app pulled up at all times, seeing different relief and everything when I'm trying to find good bottom. My phone stays charged at 100% all day, stays screen on, and it's almost like I have another unit right here checking out different relief lines and honestly finding us more bottom spots. Okay, update. We're moving around a lot. Honestly, there's a ton of boats out here and there's a ton of people fishing, and I'm not seeing any red snapper come up. I don't know what these fish are doing, but they are not chewing today, that is for sure. Got that king in the box. We've seen some marks. Tyler got broke off by what probably was a big red snapper, but we just came to an area where it's one tiny little hump. Just one little mound. It's not the big ledges that we've been fishing, and we got some good marks on it. Definitely some activity over here. Let's see if we can get bit. I'm taking some of these stinky sardines, cutting them into chunks. Since we're spot locked, you know, this is basically like just my own chum slick. I'm gonna try and get these fish a little fired up. Drop these chunks down. And then I'll cut the tail off of this one. I'm gonna drop this down on a flat line. So, literally just a hook. Trying a bunch of different things just to get a bite. A lot of the time, if you look at red snapper pods from like dive videos and stuff, the bigger ones sit on top of the school. But honestly, I'm just trying to get bit anyway. And they come around. Just literally just pound the bottom. Like don't bring it too high off the bottom because we have them. It's like up and down.
Oh, it's something tiny.
Yo, drop it back down.
Yeah? What is this?
Like a grunt.
What kind of grunt? Little grunt on the jig. Maybe we'll use this guy as bait. You might have my line. I got this too.
Oh my god. I don't know what picked up this dead bait, but it's real heavy.
I'm gonna stay freeze cold because I think I've been used somehow.
Yeah, well, you can slowly try and pick up some of the slack because it's just gonna spin around and like really mess me up if it's completely loose. Could be very sharky.
What we call mean.
Very mean.
All I know is I think I was for sure was just
Gotcha. Like a shark too, so we'll see. Not like we're having crazy bites as soon as our bait hits the bottom, so you always gotta check out what it is. You never know, it could be something crazy, but I'm like 98% sure. There she blows.
Tark. Are these cobias?
Cobras. Might be a dusky.
Probably don't know.
There you go, Dan. I think this is a dusky shark, y'all. Crazy looking. Definitely fights hard. And these guys will definitely steal your snappers and stuff off your line. But we made him get his exercise today. That's for sure. This hook will rust out, no problem. He'll be fine. There we go.
To be blunt, at this part of the day, we're feeling kind of melancholy. Normally, red snapper are pretty darn easy to catch over here. Many argue that they're completely overpopulated, but they just weren't around in my area on this day. I actually feel a lot better after talking to captains that fish this same session as me, and pretty much no one was catching them at all in my area. Other areas had great success in the South Atlantic, but my area in Florida honestly had a rough go of it.
Like he's all animated, and then I go, and Tony's like,
Oh, I'm bit.
Yeah, you are. Come on, Ryan. That's him. That's a good one. Welcome to the jungle. Come on, Ryan. The best part about this kind of fishing, y'all, I'll speak for Ryan, because you cannot speak when you're brawling these fish. Solely focus on getting them off the bottom. That's him, dude. I'm gonna net him, brother.
That's him.
Hey, let's
Oh my goodness.
we worked for this one, bro.
Oh my god. That's the hardest red snapper to catch. Not in terms of the fight. The fight was fun. Fight was difficult. I've never worked that hard to catch a red snapper before. It's freaking noon. I've been fishing for 6 hours to catch one of these silly things.
Honestly, it's not even a giant. Look how hard that thing fought, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good one.
It's a good one. No, he's going in the box. Wow.
Oh, I got a little bit once we got out of it. Wow, nice.
Free. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. When you set out to do a thing and you have to do it on a day, what is easy on every other situation becomes insanely difficult. Oh, feels good, man. Let's show off this fish. Nice 31 incher. Very pretty fish. They actually get so much bigger than this, and you guys saw how much that one brawled. That BKK, heavy circle, got him there. Kind of the outside of the mouth, interesting hook set, but he wanted that live croaker. Bam. Look at that pretty fish, man. A lot of people, you know, will say that these things are heavily overpopulated, and it definitely feels like it some days out here. And then other days, man, it's a grind. But I'm happy to get this fish. Again, we have 2 days this year here on the East Coast in the South Atlantic that we can keep these fish. And this delicious fish is gonna feed my friends, my family, and I'm stoked. I'm very, very appreciative of it. Check out his chompers. Okay, so I accidentally just dropped this guy off camera. He shook out of my hands and he landed on my feet. I'm very glad I wasn't barefoot. I normally wear deck boots, and this trip I'm wearing the Xtratuf Sports. Man, these are, I'm so glad, because these things are spiny. They hurt really bad if they get you. I'm glad that I did not just get a red snapper spine in my feet. These Xtratuf Sports are the lightest deck boot that I've ever worn, and Xtratuf actually sponsored this trip. So if you guys are interested in anything that Xtratuf has to offer, we have a link down in the description. Boom, boom. I like it. Big old kingfish, big old red snapper in the box.
We were about to leave this spot. I actually said to Ryan, are we leaving or are we staying? He first decided we were gonna leave, looks over at the unit, and we had really nice marks of what we thought were the best marks of red snapper that we've seen thus far on the trip. Ryan drops down one more bait. He got rewarded. He put the first nice keeper red snapper in the box. It was awesome to see. I got to net that fish for him. So he just gave me this big setup. I just dropped a fresh croaker down there. And fingers crossed, man. Let's see if I can get mine.
Shark-like. Oh my God.
The rest of the afternoon proved to be as much of a grind as the morning was. Right here, I'm fighting another shark or what I was 99% sure was another shark, and I just fought it to completion to just ensure that it wasn't something crazy. But I'll be completely honest with you guys. This day was a huge disappointment for me. I was happy that we were able to get some fish in the boat, but man, normally when I fish this area, all these spots outside my local inlet, I can't get away from red snapper. They're everywhere. You can't catch anything else. But for whatever reason, whatever the conditions were doing, I'm thinking it was a cold water upwelling down deep, the fish just weren't home. We weren't marking them like we normally do, and they just weren't around. And that is the reality of fishing. When you think it's going to be easy, when you think it's going to be a guarantee, it humbles you again and again. And man, we were humbled on this day. Tyler and I tried as hard as we could. We put in our time, we put in our effort, and it just didn't happen in the way that we wanted. Tyler actually ended up catching something really, really cool to end the day that I'm not going to include in my video. You guys are going to check his video out to see that fish, but that fish was absolutely brawling on the bottom. And we closed out the afternoon quietly. Not much going on. But I did have one more day of fishing, which I didn't intend on filming, but I do have a little bit of bonus footage for you guys.
All right, that is it for this afternoon. We have done our time, put our time in. We're headed in the inlet.
So some bonus footage for you guys. Like I said, I hadn't intended on filming any of this. However, my fiance, she's my biggest cheerleader. And so I was taking her and my uncle out, and anytime something happened, she was like, no, I'm gonna film it. I'm gonna pick up your camera. We're gonna document this just a little bit. So apologies that it's not every single angle that I typically film, but we did catch a few fish and it was a fun day.
AJ. What's that? I think this is an AJ.
Okay, what do you have?
I don't actually know at this point. Dropped the croaker down in 280 feet. Got ate pretty quick. Let's see. Big fish. Whatever it is. Pumping. Pumping. Oh, shark? AJ.
Woo!
Big old AJ. Wow. Backbreaker. That's a big one.
Dude, that thing's huge.
Big old AJ, BKK circle hook, right in the corner. Oh man, these guys, pound for pound fight. Really freaking hard. My finger's stuck. Okay, there we go. Look at that guy. Greater amberjack. They get giant actually. This fish is probably 20 pounds. They get 80 pounds, which is crazy. But he brawled on the bottom, pulled a lot of drag, smoked that live croaker. We are not keeping this guy. I actually don't even know if they're in season on the Atlantic coast right now, but he is gonna go back. Is it a snowy? That's a red.
It's a red.
I think she might keep. Good.
Good.
It's a red grouper.
That's a red. Let me just, where's the tape on them?
I pull it right out. There we go. She's filming it, so I'll set this right here.
Oh, okay.
And you can put them right up here. Put his
I'm not
mouth up.
Count his tongue.
Is that stomach count?
21.
Yep, 21.
21. We got it.
Yeah, they got to be 20 inches. They are illegal.
It's illegal.
Hey.
We're going to eat today.
So this is my Uncle Bob. He was like my fishing mentor growing up. So this is pretty cool to be out here, and he just caught a legal red grouper out here during red snapper season. But this is in season 2. We can keep him. He's 21 inches. They need to be 20 overall, so he's going in the box.
We're eating tonight.
Yeah.
It is a fin. Oh, it's taking a drag.
Ripping drag.
I'm recording.
Dropped the jig because we saw some crazy marks like mid water column, and hooked up, pulled hook, and then I just hooked up again, and it's ripping drag. I think it's a tuna.
That's definitely a tuna.
Hooked?
Big fish.
Oh, double hooked up.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God.
That's a big fish. Oh, come on. Just get out of there. Oh, my God. He's pulling drag. Ah.
Ooh.
Good Lord.
Boy, this is a heavy fish, whatever it might be.
Snapper?
AJ.
Or a big grouper again.
Oh, it doesn't feel like an AJ. God, it's just pulling drag straight down now. Wow. Ah, oh, come on.
Fresh tuna.
I don't know, this guy here, he just saw the boat, he's gone.
How do you feel, Rye?
I'm locked in. This is cool. I'm glad that we got our tangle resolved because we had 2 big fish, tangled line, pulling drag each. So I'm very happy we didn't break off both of them because that happens very often.
You look like you got a lot
You
on
right
your
over
front.
there?
I will be now. No, I'm good. I'm reeling now. This thing here is just pulling way too hard.
It's like dead weight. Maybe you got a shark.
Now, well, possible. Definitely possible. The way he's straight down and
I
pulling.
mean, like, okay.
Definitely tangled.
Got an
2 AJs. 2 AJs.
2 AJs.
What? So it's a whole school of
That's
amberjacks.
what that mark was.
Oh man,
Cobia.
that's a bummer.
All right.
I'm gonna cut this line.
Yeah, pliers. Oh, there you go. Pick him up.
Big old AJ, how'd that feel?
Whoa, my back
At what,
feels good.
70 years old?
72, buddy.
72, catching 25-pound AJs. This is an Almaco jack. What I caught earlier and what Uncle Bob just caught were greater amberjacks. These are a little bit taller, a little bit browner, different regulations on them, but they fight hard, just like the amberjack. Oh man, kicked our butts, but let's get back down there. All right, so we are washing down the boat. My uncle is actually helping me clean it up. I had this red snapper from yesterday, iced down in the Titan Pro overnight. Honestly, 1 bag of ice iced him down perfectly. They hold ice for days. It's honestly just a great piece of gear. But we now have to clean up this big old red snapper. We were talking about it, you know, this is a nice one. This is a 14 pounder, but they come up to 30 pounds. Like, you can get really, really big ones. Big, scaly, freaking snapper. Up underneath there, use the serrated edge of this knife, get through those scales. It's gonna be scales flinging everywhere. Sorry, my dear. My wonderful fiance is behind the camera right now. Now, let's work our way all the way down the fish. Pop through to the other side. All the way down. Bam. Just like that. Get all those scales off my knife. Scales everywhere, man. Now, just slowly separating. This meat looks pretty dang good, man. This looks delicious. Nice and cold. Been on ice for about 24 hours now. Oof, we're looking good. Separate that guy off. That is a big old beautiful piece of red snapper. Oof. Look at that. They do have, you know, looking at their morphology, do have a pretty darn big rib cage here. This like white stuff, this is their air bladder, which inflates and deflates, you know, helps them pressure release. Wow, that's a cool fish. He's full. His stomach is full. All the way down, flip him around, and work down the top of the fish. You know, some years, you know, some days you'd be disappointed that you didn't catch a giant, and honestly, just with this season, man, I'm just happy that I got to put one in the boat, because it's just, You never know. There's no such thing as a guarantee in fishing, so we are very appreciative of this fish that we get to eat him and have a very, very nice meal together. Just skinning these guys up real quick. They skin pretty easy because they got these big old scales, but just try and get my knife flat if I can. Work them down. It is getting very buggy, so I am rushing through this. Bugs are freaking everywhere. Loving this right now.
Good thing
Bam.
you can see them on camera.
Yeah. Now feel for those pin bones. Got those. Notice I leave the skin on the fillet. My boy Victor taught me this one. Don't have to, or I never take the meat off of the skin after I skin it, right? Like this, this meat doesn't need to go on the fillet table at all. Just leave it on the skin. Bam. It's good, feel around. Then we have, oh, my great reveal got ruined. Tragic. Now we have one big old red snapper fillet, and that means I will see you guys in the kitchen. What's going on, everyone? I have a couple beautiful pieces of that red snapper. I trimmed off some of the bloodline, some of that more, potent, pungent taste. But she is looking really good. Been in the fridge for a day. We're going to season this up just the way I like it. Garlic powder, paprika, cayenne pepper, thyme, salt and pepper. Spread it all around after you pat it down, I guess. So I got corrected by the camera woman. Flip it over, and we're gonna do this exact same thing. Hot cast iron pan, going in with some avocado oil. And we will go in with our red snapper pieces. Kind of lightly press them down just so they start getting a little bit better sear. All right, now I have a hot stainless steel pan, a little bit more avocado oil, and we're gonna saute some island veggies. So, going in some green beans, some onion, and some red bell pepper. Also gonna go in with some red cabbage, but this is gonna cook really quickly, so I'm gonna cook all of this down for a little bit, let it all saute.
What's that color?
Go in for that flip. Nice. A little butter to help it from drying out completely. So an easy way to tell how close your fish is to done or if it's actually done is just do the fork test. So if you try and push it in and it goes in real easy, then it's done. So this is like pretty close. Like I don't have to do that much force, and it's, it's gonna start flaking apart, and this is a flakier fish. So just an easy fork through, then you know it's done. So this one is definitely getting close. This smaller piece is done for sure. So at this point, it's all very close. My veggies are not done, so I'm gonna turn this one off, and I'm actually gonna put it in the oven. Cast iron is gonna retain a lot of that heat and keep it warm.
They're getting nice and charred. Exactly what we're wanting. Again, and these are the guys that are going to take longer to cook, so that's why we're cooking them first and getting that nice char on them. And green beans, you want it to soften up. So at this point, I'm going to add some pineapple tidbits. I've drained the juice out, but they're still going to have a lot of juice in them. And those are gonna start releasing juice, getting that black stuff off the bottom of the pan, kind of making a lot of flavor come out. Also got the red cabbage now. I'm gonna go in and saute that all together. Can anyone tell me why they don't just sell like half a cabbage or like a bag of cabbage? Because I buy one of these whole cabbages, I never use the whole thing. So much. I just put like a quarter of a cabbage in here. That's so much. I don't know, man.
So
I'm gonna grate some ginger into our mixture. So now we got everything cooked down pretty evenly. I also added a little bit of garlic off camera. We're gonna add in some liquid to this mixture. Just got some soy sauce, some lime juice. Don't make fun of me because I didn't have any limes in the kitchen. And some rice vinegar. And I'm just gonna let this simmer until all that liquid cooks down. And these will be ready to serve. It's first time trying it, so I'll have to let you guys know what I think, but it's looking really good. It's almost a little Asian inspired, kind of feels like that, but it's like a, you know, when I looked up the recipe, it kind of was called Hawaiian Island veggies, so give it a shot. We'll see what we think. I think it looks and smells delicious. One big old piece red snapper for me. A little lemon to go with it. Do you want a big piece or a small piece, my dear? You want the big piece? Come on. We're gonna give you the big piece. Yes. One big old piece for the lovely lady behind the lens. And a nice healthy helping of our beautiful veggie mixture. Like a Asian, Hawaiian veggie stir fry. I'm making a mess in the background as usual. So my wonderful fiance requested homemade potato chips, and I said, my dear, it's 7:30 p.m. I'm not making homemade potato chips, but I'll get you some potato chips. So we're gonna add a side of kettle cooked potato chips. All right, we are going in. My camera woman is already digging in, so let's give this a shot. Okay, my dear, what did you think?
I actually thought that this was a very good recipe. I thought that this is the best time you've like fried fish. I don't know if fried's the word, but
Pan-seared.
Yeah, we're going for a blackened look, blackened feel.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And we've never intentionally done that, but you did a great job doing that. The fish was cooked perfectly. It was a little spicy for me, but if you like spice, I mean,
it was phenomenal. Yeah. I mean, cayenne peppers was going to give it its spice. Obviously, I freaking torched it. I would actually probably eat a whole nother plate if I had one prepared. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I want to give a huge shout out to my wonderful fiance for helping me film here in the kitchen. And I want to give a quick shout out to Ranger Boats, Xtratuf, and Scanstrut for making this video possible. And lastly, I want to thank you guys for watching all the way to this point. If you're interested in more epic fishing content, check this video out right here, and and I'll see you guys over there.